It's late at night. You step into your backyard, expecting nothing. Flashlight clicks on, and for a moment, everything just freezes. There's something in the grass. Small, still, watching you. A furry shape, tail dragging behind it, pale and almost hairless, catching the light in a way that feels wrong. And for a split second, your brain just stops. Your grip tightens without you even noticing. The light shakes slightly in your hand. Then the thought hits instantly. Your first thought isn't curiosity, it's confusion. Something like, what am I even looking at right now? And then quickly, should I be worried about this? Most people would already be dialing pest control at this point, but what's standing there isn't what most people think it is. Today we're going to clear its reputation. And more importantly, you might never look at your backyard the same way again, because this so-called creature isn't a monster. It moves through the night like it has a job no one notices. Slow, careful, almost invisible. Not hunting for trouble, just moving through it. And in some ways, nature's own pest control unit. And the strangest part, it's probably been passing through your yard for years without you ever noticing, quiet, slow, almost invisible, until the light hits it at the wrong moment. Let's start with the part everyone reacts to first. The face, white muzzle, pointed snout, a mouth packed with more than 50 sharp teeth, and that tail, long, pink, hairless, looking like it doesn't belong on any normal animal. Up close, it doesn't look big in a powerful way. It looks wrong, like something assembled from parts that don't quite match. Most people see it and think, okay, that's a sewer rat on steroids. But here's the twist. The truth is, it doesn't belong to the group most people assume. And here's where it gets interesting. It's not a rodent, not even related to rats or mice. It's actually a marsupial, which means its closest relatives aren't what you'd expect at all. Think kangaroos. Think koalas. Yeah, that kind of kangaroo. Females even have a pouch. Newborn babies are tiny, smaller than bees, and they crawl straight into it after birth. At that stage, they're almost invisible to the human eye, completely dependent, clinging to life inside that pouch like a biological safe zone. Later, they ride on their mother's back, like living cargo, as she moves through forests and suburban backyards at night. If you ever see one in motion, it doesn't really walk the way you expect. It drifts, slow, cautious steps, pauses, sniffs, listens, like it's constantly checking if the world is safe enough to continue. And that tail you thought was disgusting? That tail isn't decoration. It works like an extra hand. It can wrap around branches for balance like a monkey, and even help carry nesting material like leaves and grass. It moves with a strange flexibility too, never stiff, always slightly searching, like an extra hand that never quite rests. This isn't a mutant, it's an evolutionary survivor, a living fossil that traces back to the age when dinosaurs disappeared. Now let's address the moment people usually panic. It hisses, it drools, it acts aggressive, and your brain immediately goes, rabies. That's the assumption almost everyone makes. But here's where things get surprising. Rabies virus struggles in opossums, and the reason is simple biology. Most mammals, including humans, dogs, raccoons, bats, run at around 37 to 39 degrees Celsius body temperature. That's perfect for the virus. Opossums don't. Their metabolism is lower. Their body temperature is only about 34 to 35 degrees Celsius. To a virus adapted to warmth, that's basically a cold room. So while no wild animal is invincible, opossums are extremely unlikely to carry rabies in real-world conditions. That hissing, drooling behavior, not sickness, fear, pure overloaded panic triggered by light and stress. It's not stepping forward to attack you, it's frozen between options. Not sure whether to flee, freeze, or bluff. Now let's talk about what actually matters in your backyard. Ticks, tiny, easy to miss, and far more dangerous than they look. They spread diseases like Lyme disease. And controlling them usually means chemicals, sprays, and ongoing effort. But here's the part most people don't know. If you have an opossum nearby, you might already have natural protection, because this animal is a walking tick removal system. Opossums groom constantly. They clean their fur like obsessive cats. You'll often imagine them as messy or dirty, but their behavior is the opposite. Slow, methodical grooming sessions, licking and combing through fur with almost exaggerated precision. And during that process, they don't just remove ticks, they destroy them. Studies show that fewer than 5% of ticks survive on an opossum. The rest don't make it, and one opossum can consume up to 5,000 ticks in a single season. That means every night it's out there moving through grass, leaf piles, fence lines, and dark corners, exactly the places you never really look closely enough at. So while it looks like it's just wandering through your yard at night, it's actually clearing out parasites that threaten pets and humans alike. And it doesn't stop there. In the wild, opossums also deal with venomous snakes, rattlesnakes, copperheads, the kind of animals most creatures avoid completely. But opossums don't just avoid them, they sometimes eat them. Even if they get bitten, they often survive because their blood contains a special compound scientists call LTNF, lethal toxin neutralizing factor. It binds to venom proteins and neutralizes them. Research suggests it may even work against a wide range of toxins in laboratory settings, which is why scientists are now studying it for potential medical antivenom development. In other words, what looks like a fragile, awkward animal is carrying one of the most chemically interesting defense systems in the mammal world. So, yes, that trash-looking backyard animal might actually be a source of future medical breakthroughs. Now, here's another behavior people completely misunderstand. Playing dead. We've all heard it. An animal fakes death to escape danger. But that's not actually what's happening here. It's not a performance. It's a nervous system overload. When an opossum is overwhelmed, especially by predators or extreme stress, its nervous system basically crashes. Heart rate drops, breathing slows, muscles lock. It collapses into a frozen state that can last minutes or even hours. It doesn't look peaceful either. It looks like everything just suddenly stopped working. And during this state, it can even release a foul-smelling fluid that mimics the scent of decay. It's so convincing that predators often lose interest and walk away. But again, this isn't acting. It's a stress-induced biological shutdown. So what should you actually do if you see one? Nothing dramatic, no panic, no exterminator. Just leave it alone. Opossums are not territorial. They don't destroy structures. They don't form aggressive groups. They're just passing through, doing quiet nighttime cleanup work. If you want to help, keep it simple. Secure your trash. Don't corner it. And if your pet reacts, just guide them away calmly. That's it. Because here's the bigger picture. What looks scary at first glance is often just misunderstood biology. And this animal, this awkward, hissing, pink-tailed survivor, is doing more for your backyard than most people realize. It's eating ticks, cleaning up pests, and quietly maintaining balance while you sleep. So next time you see it in the dark, don't see a monster. See a night shift worker that never clocks out. A strange little ecological ally you didn't know you had. If this changed the way you see it, consider liking and subscribing. Because the natural world is full of creatures like this, you just have to learn how to see them differently. See you in the next one.